going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Juice Reacts video. I am not gonna lie to you guys. This video that I'm recording right now, I just saw Screen Junkies uploaded this a minute ago. I'm being 100% transparent here. I literally just recorded another video right before this that I was gonna upload today. But this thing says Honest Trailers, Justice League the Snyder Cut, and I can only imagine what kind of jokes or non-jokes they are gonna make in this. I have to react to this today. This has to be today's video. We're going to check it out. So let's check out Honest Trailers Justice League the Snyder Cut, because this might be fire or it is going to piss a lot of people off. Let's check it out. Here we go. The Snyder Cut.
This episode is sponsored by Google Play.
Alright. Dude, I can only imagine.
Who's so cheap, they won't even pay off critics like Marvel clearly does. And the director single-handedly keeping Vero relevant. Comes the most incredible alternate version of a film since Colin Trevorrow's Star Wars, Jodorowsky's Dune, and the butthole cut of Cats combined. Justice League, the Snyder Cut.
No, the butthole
Audiences
version.
were ready for JL to be the big payoff to Zack Snyder's DC trilogy. But when it, wasn't great, fans knew the version they saw was the watered-down result of a vast conspiracy and demanded Warner Brothers release the Snyder Cut with a barrage of petitions, airplanes, Times Square billboards, and a hashtag so powerful, not even the dead were safe.
That's rude.
Now, this righteous crusade has borne fruit in a cut that doesn't just make Justice League into a good movie, it transforms it into the best movie ever made. And yes, that includes Sucker Punch.
Oh God,
Settle in
no.
for a film that fixes
Dude,
every
Sucker
plot
Punch is
hole in the
awful.
theatrical release by having all of the possible plots at once, adding in a young Darkseid origin story, a B story where Cyborg travels to our past to change the future, and extended role for Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Another Batfleck CrossFit scene. In fact, everyone gets a CrossFit scene.
Yeah.
Also featuring
What was that
the
from?
restoration of Wonder Woman's original mustache, Black Suit Superman, Black Steel Superman, a heartfelt apology from the cast of Ghostbusters 2016, and Alfred reading his favorite parts of Atlas Shrugged to the team over their communicators.
Is it ever proper to help out another man? No,
I
if he
love
demands
this.
it as
I
his
love
right,
this
as a
because
duty that you
I'll talk
owe.
about it at the end of
Yes,
this,
if it's your
for
own free
sure.
choice based on your
But-
judgment of the value of that person in his struggle.
Oh man,
This
Snyder
country
Cut
wasn't
fans are
built
gonna
by
hate
men who
this.
sought handouts. In its brilliant youth, this country showed the rest of the world what greatness was.
This goes on for 20 more minutes, all resulting in a film that ends up longer than Titanic, but is so definitive, it
Oh,
shuts the
that scene
door
looks
on
dope.
comic book movies forever. Sorry, Disney. That's a wrap on the whole genre. We're done here. Go back to making Kurt Russell talk robot.
Applejack, Pompeii Palace.
Thrill as Josh
The fuck was
Whedon's
that?
trademark quipsy dialogue is sent to hell where it belongs, as the cast returns to make sure all their lines match the original tone.
Ride ain't over yet. I'm sad.
And instead, that cutesy foot race ending straight out of an Avengers movie. It ends with the Joker
sad.
killing Lois Lane and blowing up all of Metropolis. So
Yeah.
Superman like goes nuts and then burns a hole through Shazam's head and... Oh wait, am I getting the DCEU mixed up with the Injustice game again? Doesn't matter. Still sick. So surrender your body, mind, and soul
I'm
to a
sad.
film that's taken on mythic proportions,
That's
that
stupid.
exceeds your wildest imagination.
That would've been cool
and
to
showed
see.
an entire generation that you could gang tweet your dreams into existence. Or this has all been a ploy to boost signups for HBO Max. Aw crap, we've been duped again, haven't we?
It's
Can
possible.
anyone remove a Snyder Cut tattoo from a lower back? Asking for a friend.
Oh,
Starring
God.
the original cast of Justice League, plus Lobo, Damian Wayne, Booster Gold,
Damian Wayne.
Hawkman, Catwoman, Catman, Crypto, Raven, Martian
Oh,
Manhunter,
she would be a cool
Dr.
Raven if they were doing
Manhattan,
an older Raven.
and Green Lantern.
Oh,
Come on,
God.
give the guy another shot.
No.
Hashtag the movie.
Oh God.
Well, this was a fun April Fool's joke, but seriously, finish the Snyder Cut and put it out so we can move on to demanding the Del Toro cut of The Hobbit, the finished cut of Suicide Squad, and
For
the anyone
real.
else cut of Game of Thrones Season 8. This
Okay.
episode is spun.
The Suicide Squad one I agree with, because we know for a fact that was filmed and cut up differently in the freaking editing room. That one, I believe. Snyder Cut is freaking... Oh my god, I just said that's the one I believe. So everybody's like, it's true! Did you not see the photos? 214 is what it is! It's totally... Whatever, okay? I know, I've heard all of it. I run a freaking Batman channel where we've talked about Snyder before. Trust me, I know all of your comments about the Snyder Cut. But, yeah, so this was very interesting. One, you could tell Honest Trailers kind of just pulled this together. Like, it was very hard to do this. And they said this was an April Fool's joke, but this is the 31st. So, a day early. But when it came to the freaking, all of the, like, kind of jokes they were making about, like, oh, yeah, and it's gonna have this, and it would have this, and blah, blah, blah. I have this theory, right? Because, like, obviously, Snyder, this is my biggest pet peeve. I was a big Snyder fan. I'm going to tell you guys. I was a huge Snyder fan. I'll still watch his future movies. I'm a fan of the guy, but I'm not a hardcore fan anymore because, like, he's been trying to keep this movie alive for, what, 3-4 years already now? And he hasn't shown me crap from his new movie. Like, I want to see your future projects, bro. Like, if this thing, you still want to shoot scenes for the Snyder Cut, you still want to do all this other stuff for the Snyder Cut, WB's not going to give that to you. The movie failed at the box office. Had all the Snyder fans actually went and watched the movie in theaters and actually been like, okay, cool, we saw it, we supported it, now can you give us the real cut? WB probably would have been like, yeah, this movie went over $1 billion, we should probably finish the Snyder Cut and then release that too. But no, everybody went the opposite way. We're like, we're not going to support this until we get our way. And it failed. It failed. And they're just like, now they're just like, instead of thinking like, oh, we should just release Snyder's version so we can make all our money back. No, they're going to be like, well, this fucking failed, so why would we even spend any more money on it? That's why I don't think it's ever going to happen. But whatever, unless Snyder's going to be putting out his own money to reshoot this thing, which I don't see that happening, and he doesn't have the rights to do that because this is a WB property. I don't think Snyder can just go do whatever he wants with this, or that's why it hasn't been released since. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't freaking... I feel like that Snyder's made up some of this stuff. Like, if I genuinely am being honest, and I know this is going to give me some hate on the internet, but whatever. It's nothing I haven't heard before. Because, well, like I said, I run that Batman channel, and I've talked about Snyder not knowing anything about Batman when his comments came from the thing that he did, his little freaking con that he had. But my thing is he's saying a bunch of stuff that I think a lot of people are saying that was supposed to be in the Snyder Cut, but I think he's saying, like, his 5-movie plan, not his 5-year plan, but he was supposed to release, like, 5 movies, and it was supposed to end with, like, Batman's death and all this stuff, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, this was going to happen in the freaking Snyder Cut, Justice League, and blah, blah. But I think he's saying stuff he was going to do in the freaking Justice League 2 movie and all of that jazz. And I think everybody's just saying all of this stuff was supposed to be in the Snyder Cut. And now I think he's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I was going to put all of that in there. It was going to be this super amazing epic movie that nobody was going to believe. And I think he knows he could say all that because it's never going to happen. And, yeah, that's my theory. Kill me in the comments if you want to, but I genuinely think the dude is adding a lot of stuff to the freaking, you know, the freaking lore of the Snyder Cut because we don't know if we're ever going to get this thing. Like, genuinely. I would love for Scott Snyder to get this movie. I would love for WB to release it just so we can finally move on, just like this video said. But I just want Snyder to go back to being an awesome, amazing visual director and pimping out his next movie. Like, that's all I want. I just want him to pimp out his next movie because I'm tired of seeing Justice League and seeing stuff that we might never get. I want to see his next freaking projects. But he doesn't do that. He doesn't pimp out his other stuff. He just pimps out Justice League, a movie that's been out for 3 or 4 years already. So, yeah, that's my rant on this because I have to talk about it all the freaking time on our podcast or our freaking other videos. So I'm just glad Honest Trailers took care of this for me. But that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. This was a random-ass video that I did not expect to pop up today. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed my reaction to this content, obviously, go subscribe to Screen Junkies if you love their content. They make some amazing stuff. React to my freaking version. Man, I swear, I know there's going to be so much hate on this video, especially if I release this today. Everybody's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Blah, 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 blah. But you know what? It's going to be even funnier when we get those kind of comments. But if you enjoyed my reaction here, guys, please give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, however you feel. And hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the content that we upload here daily on the Juice Reacts channel. But as always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember to wake up in the morning and ask yourself something about my daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.